saying them aloud in front of the mirror, looking at yourself, is the most powerful way to change your thoughts about yourself, about how you've always thought about yourself, how you've always believed your life to be. Hi ladies, how are you? Today's topic, positive affirmations to say every day. I always recommend my clients, when they're in session with me, I help them remember how they prefer to think about themselves, or how and what they want or should be believing about themselves, because there's so many writing now for people listening to this on audio. There are so many automatic thoughts, and automatic thoughts often include lots of junk, so things that have absolutely no value to your life at all, and also a lot of negative thoughts will be in your head when you are going from moment to moment. Say you're going to work, catching a train, you'll have thoughts about people. If you're parking in the car park before you get on the train, you'll have thoughts about the car park, you'll have thoughts about people in the car park. Maybe you're thinking, I better get a car spot where I want, and if I don't, then I'll be in a bad mood. And then you start thinking about that, and then you get on the train and maybe there's someone who smells next to you, or maybe there's a meeting first up when you get to work, and you're already thinking about all of these things that are about to happen, and none of it is about how you would prefer that whole morning to go. Work is just my example right now, but in the event that most people work, but in the event that you're not, and you're studying, or you're taking time out for some other healing reason, or what have you, recovery, physical recovery, there are affirmations to say for every area of life. So there is, okay, so work. It depends on what's happening in your life to have these positive affirmations to say every day. You know, divide your life up into categories. These are just mine at the moment. Love, health, happiness, people tend to put in a love category. Fulfillment, some people, 1L, 2Ls, fulfillment. Anyway, 1L for now. Fulfillment can be with work. Can you look at it? 2Ls, thank you. Fulfillment can be with work. Sometimes it can be creativity. Maybe you're not working, using your creativity. It could be on the side for you. Creativity is anything that is not in a little box that people would categorize as a normal life, that things you should be doing with your time, because anything creative is a waste. So I'm not talking about that attitude. Creativity is the most important thing ever, and it can lead to much fulfillment. Purpose is part of this, kind of covers work and creativity, because people look for purpose in their family, but I'm trying to take the focus away from family, and relationships I've got a bit there about love and happiness, but things to think about every day, the way you want to think about yourself, the way you want to think about your life, instead of these automatic thoughts going round and round that do nothing. Some people fall for their negative thoughts. They think something negative, therefore they start to believe that it's true just because they're thinking it, and they forget that it was just a thought, just like any other junk thought or any other positive thoughts. People tend to think a lot less about positive thoughts than negative thoughts. So what else have we got there? Happiness. Okay. So work, creativity, purpose is sort of in one category. Success, sometimes that can be related to work. People think of someone successful as earning more money than them, pretty much. Love and happiness, health, fulfillment. If I haven't mentioned your category here, add it or take one away. Like, it's good to start your day with, say, 5 affirmations. So again, that's just my number today. It could be any number you choose. It's better to start with a small number. I talk a lot about affirmations in my sessions. I think about affirmations for myself. I have about 10 to 15 minutes of affirmations that I do every day. I'm not suggesting you do that. It's a ridiculous place to start from. It requires too much discipline, and people already can't find time for 5 minutes of exercise, let alone affirmations, or 5 minutes of thought to cook a healthier meal for themselves. So 5 affirmations are a good place to start. And if I was going to use those categories that I have got here, love and happiness. Let's start with that one. Love and happiness. Is everyone with me? I hope everyone's, we're all on the same page. So, what do you want from your love life, from your relationship life? It also depends if you're single or if you're in a relationship. In a relationship. There, that's relationship. What time is it? 6:07. So, if you're single, the important affirmation to say, because you probably want a relationship, is I am in a, these are just my words. You can slightly change the words, what have you. So long as all the words are positive. I am in a great relationship. S with the curly thing, ship, relationship. I am in a great relationship now. So you have to make the relationship affirmation, or any affirmation, you have to phrase it in the present. It can't be something that applies to the future. Oh, this affirmation will make sense in days and weeks to come, or months or years to come, by the time I get that. The way to bring something into your life is to feel it now. Affirmations actually have a lot to do with the law of attraction. So it's quite difficult for me to split off affirmations from manifesting or the law of attraction, because it's about creating the life that you want. I will try and pause on that and focus on just the affirmations for everyday use. So I am in a great relationship now if you're single. If you're in a relationship, then it depends on what issues there are. What areas do you want to improve on? How would you like your relationship to be? In the event, and again, it's hard for me to pick which is the most important area of life within your relationship world. But if I was just going to say, if you find that your relationship is a bit ho-hum, a bit flat or a bit grey, you're not excited about it, you don't wake up or come home feeling like, yeah, I'm really happy to be in this relationship, then perhaps your affirmation can be, I am having fun in my relationship. So if you want to laugh more with your man, if you're gay, I'm not trying to leave you out, just try and maybe cut and paste what I'm saying into your relationship. So if you feel like your established relationship, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, if you're not having enough fun, then this affirmation about I am having fun in my relationship can help you remember, oh yeah, we used to laugh, or we used to play and chase each other around the house, or we used to do fun stuff on holidays, or just little things like, oh, we used to go to movies or drives together. Whatever you classify as fun, if I haven't covered it. So I am having fun in my relationship. Initially, everyone's thinking is going to be negative with regards to the affirm for affirmation. Everyone's thinking is going to be negative according to the affirmation that they want to bring about for their life, because they'll think, but the relationship affirmation, I am in a great relationship now, but that's not true, Benita. Or I'm having fun in my relationship now, well, but I'm not. So why are you telling me this? Because we're trying to create the reality that you want to live, and we're trying to steer you away from these negative thoughts that you're always having about how your life usually is. Your life is the way it is because of compounded, repetitive thoughts and actions that have made it that way. So when there's a positive affirmation like I am in a great relationship, if you're single, there'll be an argument in your head. You'll argue with your own positive thought that you're trying to establish. So you'll just need to get past that, like push through this barrier that you've got in your head. Most people have got it, if not everyone. So it's a natural reaction to feel as though whatever the relationship is whatever the affirmation is, it isn't true, right? Not true. It has not been true. It hasn't been true in the past, but it can be true now and for days and weeks and months and years into the future, the more you say it. Positive affirmations to say every day. So we've got if you're single, for love and happiness, if you're single, I am in a great relationship now. And if you're in a relationship, as one example, one thing you might like to improve, the fun aspect. I am having fun in my relationship now. These work, by the way. I wouldn't waste my time on affirmations if they didn't work. I would never suggest them to my clients if they didn't work. The most important thing to do with your affirmations is say aloud. Say aloud. In front of the mirror, looking at yourself, very confronting. For many years I didn't do affirmations aloud or looking in front of the mirror. I used to just read them through. They were still effective, but it's like the order is as in least effective to most effective. Oh, probably should start here. Reading, saying them aloud, and looking at yourself in front of the mirror. So you can read your affirmations, you can say them aloud, more powerful, see the arrow is going up, and saying them aloud in front of the mirror, looking at yourself, is the most powerful way to change your thoughts about yourself, about how you've always thought about yourself, how you've always believed your life to be, or like when you think about the future, oh, this is going to be my work life, my relationship life in the future, this is going to be my financial situation, this is going to be my health situation. There's all these thoughts. So we want to have the most effect possible by saying the affirmations aloud in front of the mirror. So, now, another very important affirmation to say for your own feeling of worthiness in general. So, I am worthwhile. So this would apply to a job situation, as a friend, as a girlfriend, partner, what have you. Like when you're thinking that, oh, will someone think I'm worth hiring? Will someone think that I'm worth being with? Will someone think I'm worth spending time with? I am worthwhile. Another one to say, looking at yourself in front of the mirror, yes, confronting, must get over this. Of course you'll be confronted. I was. Everyone is. It's like, oh, I'm talking to myself. Oh, that means I must be a little bit nuts. No. You're programming yourself the best way possible. You're doing the programming. There's no, you don't have to put anything on play or listen to anything. All that takes time. And it also takes extra equipment. You just need a mirror. Most women carry mirrors around with them. So I am worthwhile. So that can help with work, getting promotions, getting the job, in friendships, in relationships, anything where you want to feel included. Yeah. So I am worthwhile. Where's my relationship one? This is like 1A, 1B. I am in a great relationship now if you're single. I'm having fun in my relationship if you're in a relationship. I am worthwhile, to help yourself feel that you're worth it in general. You could say that, I am worth it. It can apply to any area of life that you choose. These ones that I put here are other areas, so you can change the words. I mean, these are mine. Affirmations have to be, generally the shorter they are, the better they are, the most precise, using positive words that are in the present. Include those things, criteria, when you're writing your affirmations. And if you're resonating with any of this today, we can continue in a session for you. I'm so interested in hearing what your life is about, and we'll run out of time to talk about everything, so I want to hear what you go through and arrange a session by phone or Skype. We can do that, just email me. So I am worthwhile. Another very important one is, along with the worthiness theme, I am a good person. I am a good person. Oops. Where am I up to with my time? Okay. So this would be sort of 2, this would be 3, the relationship would be 1. I've got 9 minutes to find another 2 affirmations. Oh, will I do it? So, I am a good person. One of the main themes, when I have sessions with my clients, they tell me X and Y and Z person in my family, friend, relationship circle are saying bad things about me. They're saying bad things to me, maybe at work as well. Oh, and I feel like, oh, I'm just crap, or I'm just a loser, or, you know, there's all these really sad thoughts and feelings that come into the person because someone else had said something negative to them or about them. And they're feeling instantly, oh, well, I'm not a good person. I really must be manipulative. I really must be selfish. I really must be, something else that I can't think of now. Lots of sad, awful, negative things that people think about themselves as a result of being told all the time, oh, my family always says that, oh, I'm too focused on myself and my needs. Oh, I should give more to them, or or my partner's always saying that I don't do enough for him, or at work, or they're always somehow not happy with the amount that I turn out, or what I turn out, or the particular way that I talk to them. Oh, everyone's so unhappy with me. So when you feel that people are unhappy with you, and that somehow you're bad in some way, you need to remember that they might have their opinion. There might be something in their opinion. Generally, what I spend some of my time doing in a session with clients is bringing their self-worth up. I hear how the people in their life have told them all sorts of things that are simply not true, because I will hear so many other examples about what my clients done in their day-to-day life, in their life in general, their general attitudes, and it's like, oh, I can see that whoever it is just taking out their crap on my client. So I have to remind them, and I want to remind them, they are a good person. I am a good person. Whenever someone is in a bad mood, they can attack someone else, and if that's you, you need to remind yourself of that. I am a good person. Because it's true. Even people who have done the wrong thing in their life, deep down somewhere, they're a good person. So if you're watching this thinking, oh, but I've done all these negative, unlawful, other things that can't be mentioned, oh, but I must not be a good person. Well, come to gradually believe that about yourself. Rescue yourself so that you're not, digging yourself into this hole that leads into just feeling depressed. Who wants to feel that? No one does. So having an affirmation about your health, especially if you have had long-term health problems. It doesn't matter how long you've had a health problem for. You can change it. So sleep could be your health problem. You might not be getting enough of it. You might be an insomniac. You might be very sensitive to certain times of the month or the year, certain occasions. Maybe your sleep has never been good and you want to improve that. So one of them can be, and I've done this when I did it with myself, because I thought, well, how will I change this part of my life? Well, why don't I write an affirmation on it? And I was doing this with myself. I was arguing with my own positive advice. I was having a natural reaction of thinking, well, that's not true, Benita. How will that work? I don't see how that's possible. Me telling myself in my head that I can't heal my life. You can heal your life, and it's what I do for a living. So I thought, well, I'm the best person to prove that to myself, since that's what I do all day for my income and for my general lifestyle. That's all I do, work on improving myself, or others. I am sleeping, back to the health, what you can say, an affirmation to help with your health. With your sleep, I am sleeping 8 hours solid every night. I still think I've got something stuck in my teeth. That's why I'm moving my tongue around in this weird way. I am sleeping 8 hours solid every night. Okay. It did slowly change for me, because there's a lot of parts of your brain, everyone's brain, that it's like all these different parts. You can see that, yeah. All these different parts have to be gradually changed onto a new way of functioning. There's a lot of things that have to come together so that you have a good sleep. It did eventually work for me. It took about maybe 3 to 6 months. Don't feel stressed if you don't achieve it in that time. If you achieve it in less time, amazing, fantastic. I'll be so happy for you. So use this for improving your sleep. It will work. You have to look at yourself in the mirror when you say it. Tell yourself, that's why you're looking at the mirror, tell yourself this is how life is going to be now. Little things might be altered as time goes on. You might not have a solid sleep. You might still get up once or twice to go to the loo, or you might wake up from a dream, or it's raining outside, or there's been a bang somewhere, or you'll eventually get to that the more you do the affirmation. I am sleeping 8 hours solid every night for your health. Number 5, just as we're about to run out of time. Having purpose in your life. Purpose and fulfillment. I know how to spell fulfillment now. 2 L's. Right. I have a life full of purpose, or I am fulfilled in my life. I'll use the purpose one for now. I have purpose in my life. I feel, it can be I feel, I have. One of those will do. I have purpose in my life. I have purpose in my life. Very important. What's the point? You can have all the money in the world, money that you'll never spend. You're still feeling empty and flat. You might feel like you're fulfilled your families, your own family, or the family that the family you're born into, or the family you created with your children. You might feel like they've given you purpose, or that you fulfilled purposes for them. What about your purpose? So that comes back to creativity and things you've forgotten about yourself, or being driven by helping others in some way, some sort of charity, or learning about yourself. That can be a purpose, discovering who you are in all sorts of different circumstances, expanding yourself. That can be a purpose. So let's summarize. Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. I always forget. And if you're watching on Facebook, please go over to YouTube and subscribe to me there. I'd love it. Thank you very much. And like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and listen to me on SoundCloud. So the positive affirmations to say every day to stop yourself from having lots of automatic junk or negative thoughts, and bringing your thoughts into a more positive state of mind so that you can gradually create the life that you want. Split your life up into different categories and have an affirmation for each category. My ones for today are: 1, for love and happiness. If you're single, I am in a great relationship now. If you're in a relationship, one aspect can be I am having fun in my relationship. And feeling worthwhile in yourself, increasing your self-worth. I am worthwhile. I am a good person. For every time, to counter those thoughts, for every time you think that you're bad or you've made someone else's life unhappy, especially if they're not true, or mainly if they're not true. Now, health. If you're suffering from loss of sleep, use this. I am sleeping 8 hours solid every night. And number 5, feeling purpose in your life. I have, or I feel purpose in my life, or you can change it to fulfillment. I feel fulfilled in my life. And affirmations need to be, have I written it down? Let's see. No. Oh yes, I have, yes. Affirmations need to be said aloud, looking at yourself in the mirror confronting, but the most effective way to change your thoughts quicker. Everyone wants change fast, so do it this way. And you will have a natural negative reaction to positive affirmations that you're trying to tell yourself, because you're not used to thinking better about yourself. You're used to thinking bad things about yourself. So initially you won't believe it. Most people or everyone does, so it's fine. You'll just have to overcome that. Thanks for joining me. I hope you got a lot out of today's show. If anything that we've talked about today, that I've talked about, has resonated with you, please book a session by phone or Skype. You can contact me through email, benita@benitafrench.com. We run out of time. It's a big topic. I hope to come back to it. I'm very interested to hear how you would like to change your life, and I'd love to help you with affirmations or anything else. Everything else. I can help you with everything. I actually can. See you next time. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Bye.